Hello everybody, we are here with round 18, and yes, that is correct this time, round 18. I was made aware that a lot of my videos have the incorrect times with them, incorrect rounds listed on them, so yeah, we got it right now. Round 18 of the championship, and it is actually possible today for me to clinch the championship. But for me to do so requires a lot to go right, so we're not really thinking about that too much. We would have to need Tim to finish like ninth or something and us win. Very a situation I can't control. I can always just control the points that I get. So yeah, I'm not really thinking about that too much. We're still on a fantastic point. We're in the position right now, unless if something goes catastrophically wrong in every race, we should be able to clinch the championship. At this point, we have 4 races to go. After this is Miami, our home race, which at the very beginning of the season, I was hoping I would clinch the championship there. The American driver on the American track, in the American car, just the memes. And yeah, then after that, we have Japan as the penultimate round, and then our season ends with Brazil. So here we are at Mexico, a track that I've always quite liked. I don't know why. It's a unique track. It's a fun track, I feel like. But yeah, it kind of sucks ass on pad, especially in this year's game. But is what it is. I feel like I performed really poorly in qualifying, like 2.5 tenths off pole. You see us sitting here in third position with Nicolo in second and new driver Simone on pole position. But our goal is just the championship. That is the one thing that we are worried about, and we are still looking good in regards to that. Same strategy for the same reason as every other track in the game, and we are looking forward to getting started in this one. Long run down into turn 1, so if I can just get a good jump off the line, leading into turn 1 is not out of the realm of possibility by any stretch of the imagination. The lights are out, random catchphrases were underway, and you can see we get an absolute baller launch off the line. We're going to jump Piccolo, and me and Simone are going to get away through the rest of the field. I'm not going to overcommit fighting him into turn 1. I'm hoping that me and him can work together to break away. I got Nicolo beside me, so we're going to give him space on the apex. We got an Alpine lagging everywhere. Shit is going down. And yeah, we don't know what to do with the Alpine, so we're going to respect the space there. We brake a little too late in this corner, but luckily the Alpine has a bad corner, so we don't collide with him. And we hold P2 early on in this one. From P3 to P2, absolutely can't complain about that off the start. And yeah, in a great position for our championship. It's going to be really hard to fight a decent wheel player on this track, so realistically fighting Simone for the win is not on my list of priorities. And yeah, we're just going to try to settle into a rhythm here now. And our main rival in this race is going to be Nicolo right behind us, so that is where my worry is. But if I can stay within the DRS in the first couple laps of Simone, that would obviously be very beneficial for my race. I really just want us to pull away from the rest of the pack. I don't want to get caught up in any bullshit incidents. That is my main worry in this one, is for some reason this track just breeds stupid incidents. My teammate is already in the pits, which made me start to think, hey, maybe clinching the championship in today's race is possible. We got a large grid that he's now going to find himself in the back of, so if one more incident happens and puts him at the back of the grid again, if he goes scoreless and I get second, that would be enough for me to win the championship. So yeah, still a lot of racing yet to go in this one, but things looking pretty good here off the rip. And as you can see here, as we cross the line to start lap 8, whole lot of nothing has been happening. We've been able to break away from Nicolo behind, so he is not in our DRS. Simone has broken the DRS ahead of us, and we're kind of in this pocket where we got about 2 seconds in either direction, or 2 or 3 seconds in either direction. But I was very happy at this point. I don't want to over push right now. My goal with Simone is, if anything, maybe we'll have a safety car later, and I'll make sure I have a clean sheet in terms of penalties. So you know, if he makes a mistake and gets a penalty, I'll have the advantage there, or I'll have an advantage over everyone else if there's a late safety car. If there's a late safety car and you got time penalties, you basically just lose to all the people that don't. So just trying to keep a clean slate in terms of the penalty sheet. Just hold my P2. And yeah, we are cruising and racing our own race, which is boring for you guys, but it's how I like it. Things are just going right the plan for me at the moment. Time would advance in this one, as time always advances, and Nicola has caught back up to us. He had made a couple mistakes earlier, has caught back up to us, but I believe at this point he did have a time penalty, so he was exceeding the track limits in the process of catching up to us. So knowing that he has a time penalty, my idea here is to not really fight him. Just let him rock with his pace. If he wants to burn all of his ERS, which it looks like he's doing right now, to get alongside me, we're going to let him go. We're just going to follow him, use his DRS, but he doesn't get by me. We take the curb, don't get a warning, and yeah, we're able to hold our position here, both in getting a double dosing of the DRS. He's probably going to be able to get around us here, side by side into this corner, and yeah, we're not going to take any risks there. You see the blinking red light. He does not have any ERS left, so his chances of breaking away from us here are not that great, so we're just going to hold behind him. He's got a time penalty, uses DRS to pull us forward in the race, and just keep doing our own thing at this point. Still a long race left, a lot of laps left in this race. Plenty of time where people can get penalties, including myself if I'm not careful. Plenty of time for the safety cars. We have a terrible sector 2 there. And yeah, just got to race our own race early on in this one. We would manage to keep up with Nicolo here in his DRS. Like I said, just doing our own thing right now. We see the cautions. George Pudding out of the session. He's crashed out. Now down to 16 cars. That's our first retirement. And we are going to have a safety car. This is what I knew was probably inevitable in this race. And yeah, just not too worried at this point in the race. Just doing our own thing. Obviously not going to stay out. We're 15 lap old hards. So we are going to be jumping into the pits in this one. Looks like Nicolo stays out. Fine by me. I don't know why he's staying out on 15 lap old tires. Questionable decision by his engineer. But that's no skin off my sack. I'm racing my own race. I'm not worried about what he's doing. Slapping some medium tires on. Another driver decided to stay. No, it was Nicolo, I'm sorry, decided to stay out. So with Simone already being ahead of us and pitting, and Nicolo staying out, and everyone behind us pitting, and there also being a big gap behind us, we will hold P3 after the safety car. So yeah, when you have a safety car halfway through a race, you get a free pit stop off some old tires, and still able to hold your position. We're not going to complain about that. Only thing I'm worried about is, you know, getting caught up in some kind of bullshit incident right after the safety car restart. But at the same time, an incident could happen in front of me that could benefit me as well. So just keep them calm, and just like I said, when you're in a situation like this, just running your own race. I can't emphasize enough how much of a point that is, you know, how important that is. You just got to play the best that you can play. You try to do too much, you're going to make a mistake, and if you get lazy, you're going to blow it. So you just got to find that happy medium, and just play to the best of your own abilities, ignoring the people faster than you, slower than you, on different strategies than you, just executing your game plan. Safety car restart coming here. It will be the start of lap 19 we get going green. Nicolo in front of us, so maybe if he holds up Simone, I might be able to get a jump. The game keeps me from being able to hit the gas there. Very annoying, but we get a very good launch here. But I don't have a good enough run to kind of fight Simone, so I'm not going to overuse the ERS. I'm not going to overextend here. I'm going to just kind of let them fight it out. And I got a great gap behind me, so I don't have to worry about anything behind me. So I am more than happy to just settle back into a rhythm in this current position, especially when you consider what's going on for me in the championship at the moment. I don't want any shenanigans come into play, especially when we saw what happened in the first half of the season with all the bullshit. we just want to get this one in the bag and then, you know, enjoy the rest of our year. So yeah, we are nose to tail through sector 2 here, battling for the lead. Nicolo with very old hard tires. Why he stayed out, I have absolutely no idea. Shout out to his engineer for really helping me out in a lot of these races this year. He was terrible, for a lack of a better term. And yeah, we will see what we can do here. Not much else to say at the moment. Waiting for a mistake or an opportunity or something, and just hoping that us three out front can just break away from everyone else behind. I was slightly concerned that if Nicole held us up too much, that maybe fourth place would catch up to me. But that doesn't seem to be the case here, as our pace is still better than the rest of the field. Simone would get by Nicole with no problem. It would kind of hold me up in Sector 2, being behind him. He's already used all of his ERS to try to stay out in front, but we have a big ERS advantage. We have the tire advantage. We're going to launch it down the inside and get ourselves into P2 and just go right back to what we were doing in the first part of this race. Just running our own race, breaking away from the bullshit behind, and yeah, just making this race as simplified as we possibly can. Things would stay pretty straightforward until the beginning of lap 25. Cameron Weston Edwards is out, and that is going to be another safety car in this one, folks. So we will have to make a decision what we're going to do here. Will we stay out in the medium tires? Will we pit? Stay tuned and find out. I had opted to stay out as my tires were only about 25% with the safety car. I calculated that with the safety car helping me with tire wear, that I will be able to take these mediums to the end of the race. So I want to stay out in front, keep as much track position as possible, and like I said, just break away from the bullshit behind, solidify a solid finish, whether it's first, whether it's second, whatever, and just, yeah, just stay away from the bullshit, specifically that. So we're going to try to get a good launch here. We are waiting very late to launch because, yeah, I don't want people to get it wrong on us, and I didn't want to risk getting the traction down in the middle of that corner. We're going to have to burn a lot of ERS here to stay ahead of our teammate in the slipstream, but it looks like he's running less downforce than us. He's going to be able to get alongside, and we're going to brake late and hold it alongside our teammate, but he's going to get the position there. Not much we can do down that straight. Slides the tires a little bit, and we are just going to settle behind him into P2. We are leading him in the championship by a decent amount. It is annoying that he got by us, but not too much we can do there. Still 7-8 laps to go in this one, so we can't worry about what's going on behind us at the moment, or even can't even worry about him at the moment. Just got to focus on our own race. And coming into Sector 3, for some reason the car decides to spin when I'm in fourth gear and quarter throttle. So that's cool.
What the hell?
I mean, that never happened at all when I practiced. I don't know why I'm spinning when I'm on quarter throttle, but that happened. I didn't feel anything in the pad because you get fuck all for force feedback in the pad, and it sucks because usually when you fuck up, you want to know what you did wrong so you can fix it. But when even reviewing the footage, I'm like, what did I do wrong? Like, I've taken that same corner, the same amount of curb, the same way, pretty much every lap, and nothing happens. But there, the game, I guess, didn't like it. I don't know why. Like I said, I'm in fourth gear, quarter throttle. Why the car's spinning fourth gear and quarter throttle, I don't know. Why I got absolutely zero force feedback to tell me I was even on the limit, let alone exceeding it, I don't know. But yeah, that fucking sucks. And now we are dead in the back of this one. So it is what it is. Fucking sucks. And now we are 15. Coming down the front stretch on lap 31. We will see that Ivan Burritos retired from the session, so that'll be a free position for us. That is one of the Aston Martins that is now crashed out in this one, which was really surprising to me, as the Aston Martins have just been a pinnacle of consistency all season long. And now in the final lap, we are able to pass a couple of struggling cars that got damaged and hit for front wings. But in the end, it's only 12th. No points for us. Really annoying race. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about that one. It sucks that that shit happened. I have no idea what to change about my driving. You know, I've taken way more curb than that and had no trouble. I never had trouble in any of my practice. Fourth gear, quarter throttle, I spin. I mean, what the fuck am I gonna do? No force feedback in the pad to tell me something's wrong. And yeah, it's annoying. That's another week of racing wasted, and we don't clinch the championship. Our teammate gets on the podium. But we'll head into our home race in the next one, and hopefully have a lot better luck there, as we will still have an opportunity to clinch the championship in round 19. Oh, and I'm sorry, I made an error in this video. It was 20% throttle in 5th gear, not quarter throttle in 4th gear. So yeah, spinning out in 20% throttle, 5th gear. That's why F122 is going to go down as everyone's favorite game. But yeah, tune in the next one, our home race, in the home car, as the home driver. We're going to try to bring home the championship.